good? Give it up for Ellen Lundie. She's put on a great show here. She's being so brave tonight in booking a male comic. We need this for us. No, we don't. It's fine. No, I'm thinking about it. I go to a lot of open mics, as you might imagine, to practice my craft. And there's a lot of male comics at these open mics. There's a specific kind of male comic, though, that I'm very sick of. It's usually a white dude in a flat-brimmed cap. And they have a very specific niche of comedy. And that is commentary on the attire of women at the gym. They have so many opinions on it. It is incredible. Comedy is really an insight into what a person's hobbies are outside of comedy. And these comics' hobby is being horny, okay? This is their hobby. This is the thing. I am very sick of it. So I'm glad that there are none of those comics on this bill. However, I will say, I do kind of feel bad for, the evangelical men who go to the gym and, comment on women's attire there, because they have to, go back to their car and record a video on their phone afterwards. It'd be like, hey, what's up? It's me, Christopher Christ. How we doing, Bible fam? Ladies, God made your body as a gift. But sometimes that gift has to stay under wrapping, I'm just saying, maybe save some for the special man in your life. So, I'm available for college commencements. Christopher Christ, logging off. See, that's annoying, having to go to your car, do that shit. Don't know how Ellen does it. How are we doing? My name's John Watt. How many of you are from here? Yeah. How many of you are from out of town? Damn, okay, cool. I'm trying to get the gauge. How many of you are football fans? Because Pittsburgh's a big football town. I have a bunch of football jokes. Yeah, okay. Well, you're fine. You'll do fine. Here's the thing. My name's John Henry Watt. So every time, I'm doing something involving my credit card in the city, and I'm, showing my last name to, a store clerk or a plumber for the first time, they inevitably bring up, oh, are you related to T.J. Watt, defensive line of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Are you related to J.J. Watt or R.J. Watt, the third one? I don't know. Are you related to any of them? I have to be like... Does this look like the integral part of any kind of defensive line? This is porcelain. If a football hit it would shatter. Call me when Russell Wilson needs a ball twink to beat him in the back of the head with a football. It's fine. For the two football fans out there in the audience, I used to have hair like Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Now the football player I look like the most, Charlie Brown. Someone at a bar last week said I looked like grown-up Caillou. Can you believe that? No, I'm fine with it. I'm fine being bald. I've embraced it. I'm a bald king. It's cool. I know. It's just a product of getting older. I'm 31 years old now. I'm cool with it. What I'm not cool with is being a millennial. Because apparently being a millennial isn't considered cool anymore. Funny how that works. So I decided I'm not a millennial. I am geriatric Gen Z. Geriatric hairline Gen Z attention span. It's good. It's great. No, I've noticed a couple things change as I get older. Drug habits change. The number one drug in my life right now is caffeine. My caffeine addiction has gotten so bad the last time I did coke, it was just like, eh. That's not good, because I don't know if you've been around Pittsburgh or been watching the news. The last line of coke that you do could be in Pittsburgh. So you gotta enjoy that shit. No, it's fine. No, my main upper is caffeine. My main downer, Tums. Oh. That felt great. I get why you old folks do that. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's good. Fun facts. I think I'm going to join a cult at some point in my life. Not because I'm prone to believing in bullshit, because I'm not. But more because I just don't want to take responsibility for my own actions anymore. So think about it. Think about Jonestown. Do you blame the people who were in Jonestown for drinking the Kool-Aid?
Yes.
No, you don't. You blame Jim. You blame Jim. All authority upwards. I want that for me. I need that for me. And I know what cult I'm going to join too. How many of you have seen the film Midsommar?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Great film about how you should never go to grad school. Those who don't know. No, it's about these American graduate students who are invited abroad by their weird Swedish friends to go visit his weird Swedish family and their weird Swedish cult, where they do a weird Swedish ritual that results in almost all of them dying. And it's very gross and disgusting, and the director's really into head trauma, and I want to join that cult. I want to be in that cult. I'm going to compare growing up in that cult to growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, over there, you're born outside, in Sweden, beautiful, mountains, bucolic, one of the most beautiful places on earth. Here, I don't know if you out-of-towners have noticed, but every hill has like a staircase that's made of concrete that's falling apart on it. Kind of weird, not really aesthetic. There, you're in Sweden, socialized healthcare, all taken care of. Even if you're in a cult, the taxpayer subsidizes it. Here, you have UPMC. There, when you're 72 years old and your back hurts and you don't want to live anymore, they throw a nice little feast for you, and there's a fun festivity, and then you commit ritual atispuka off a cliff. Bam, it's all over. Here you have UPMC. No, I'm going to join a cult. It's cool. Speaking of beautiful locations, I was just in Los Angeles for a wedding the other week. Anyone here from California? Any out-of-towners? No? All East Coast? That's fine. East Coast with the most. No, I disagree. Go Kendrick. Yeah, no, I went out to Los Angeles, West Coast for the first time. We went to a beautiful, beautiful wedding in this venue in Topanga Canyon. To give you an idea of like the kind of venue it was the place where Jax from Vanderpump Rules had his engagement party. For all you Vanderpump Rules fans, none of you? Okay, that's cool. I don't know. It was like this venue that was like this enchanted forest wedding venue in the hills. And I told that to another comic recently, and he said, oh, was it a gay wedding? And I said, yeah, how do you know? And he said, if it's an enchanted forest wedding, it's a gay wedding. And I was like, dude, I don't know if that's homophobic or insightful. I don't know. It was a lovely gay wedding at this venue. Very California. There was a bookstore right up there where you could buy crystals and books forwarded by RFK Jr. It was wonderful. I bought a book on the true history of Atlantis and Lemuria. It was really great at the wedding. Then I took it to my friend and he said, you know the guy who wrote it is a Nazi, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I bought a Nazi book at a gay wedding. What the fuck did I just do? It's okay though. The one bad thing though is that it rained the whole time. It rained in California. And like, I was expecting it to be sunny. You know, I was expecting the clouds to be further up north in the Pacific Northwest. And I know that it's cloudy in the Pacific Northwest because of twilight. I know that it's cloudy up there because the vampires have to live there so their skin doesn't sparkle. Me and my friends were watching the film Twilight recently, and actually, for you out-of-towners out there, fun fact, Pittsburgh actually has more cloud cover than the Pacific Northwest on average per year. So we were discussing, why don't the Twilight vampires live here? So I wrote a spec script. It's called Yins or Twilight. I want to share it with all of you. Here's how it goes. Okay. I know what you are. Say that. Out loud. Alcoholic. Yins or Twilight? Yins or Twilight, everybody? You like that? You like that shit? Here's my Yins reviews. I've been trying to figure out where it all went wrong. I think it was when I was a kid, you know? I think it was when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I was on vacation over in Cape Cod. Who's been to Cape Cod? Anybody out here? Yeah. Yeah, beautiful place, beautiful beaches. I was out on the beach. I was engaging in my one hobby, rock collecting. And I was a really like insular kid, really kept to myself, but like I was really focused on expanding my rock collection. And while I was searching for rocks, I found it. The perfect rock. It was about 3 inches tall, 1.5 inches wide, perfect oval, perfect. Eons of erosion had taken place to get this rock to the place it was at. It was just absolutely perfect, smooth. If there was an anime about this rock, it would take them 2,000 episodes to receive it. It was a blessed object, is what I'm saying. So obviously this was going to be the jewel of my collection, and so what better thing to do with something that's a jewel in your collection than to share it with someone? And the nearest person to share it with was my father. So I went up to my dad and I said, hey Dad, look, isn't this rock incredible? And he looked at the rock and he said, oh wow, let me see that. And he took it, and he looked at it, and he wound back, and he threw it into the fucking ocean! And I made him look for it for 2 hours, and we couldn't find it! And now it's 20 years later, I'm doing fucking stand-up comedy! Instead of hanging out with my friends! No, it's fine. It's good. I think the Tom's kicked in. How are you doing? How are you? You doing good? You doing good tonight? You're doing good? That's great. That's good. I want to get a gauge of the room, you know. That's fine. My cat has cancer. It's sad. No, it's not sad. It's stupid. It's stupid. Cats should not get cancer. Can we agree on this? Cats should not get cancer because human beings get cancer. And how am I supposed to have a conversation about a human being who has cancer when my nearest point of reference is my cat? You know? And to be like, oh, your mom is having a hard time in chemo? Oh my God, that's awful. Mr. Whiskers is going through the same thing. He can't keep still. So have you had that hard talk with your doctor about putting down your mom yet? See, it turns you into a psycho. You know, you can't have like a real conversation with someone about that. No, I've been trying to keep her alive by giving her the pills, the little pill pockets for the cats. But she's learned to just eat the pill pockets, so I decided, fuck it, let her die. No. I love my cat. I love it. I'm not sure she loves me, though. Having a cat is a lot like having a college roommate. You know? She really only bugs me if she needs attention, and sometimes she pukes on my carpet. Just like a college roommate. Every once in a while, I find like a half-eaten rat, and I'm like, I wonder what she's been up to. Never does the dishes. Messed up. Yeah. No. I'm going to ask a question now for you. And this is a real question, not a trap. I know that some comics like putting the audience in traps. I do not enjoy that. I enjoy building a rapport. What do you think the word neighborly means? Like, can someone shout out like some synonyms for the word neighborly?
Close by.
Sorry?
Close by.
Yes, close by. Yeah, well, geographically. But I mean from like an emotional standpoint.
Friendly.
Friendly. Yes, excellent. Friendly. Maybe like kind. Maybe like there for you. Maybe has like a pinch of sugar for your cupcake or whatever. I don't know. I think the definition of neighborly must have changed in the past 20 years because let me describe to you my last interaction with my neighbor. I live in an apartment complex. I was going down from the 3rd floor to the basement to do my laundry. As I was going out, I saw my roommate, or my floor mate, leaving his apartment to do whatever. We made eye contact. I said, hey, what's up? A normal thing to do would be to say, not much, how about you? Instead, do we have any movie buffs in the audience? Any fans of Stanley Kubrick? He gave me the Kubrick stare. Like, Jesus Christ, hold your fire, Private Pile! What the hell are you doing? You live in adjoining apartments. I have heard you have sex. You cannot have audible sex and then hit me with the Kubrick stare. That is insane. Are you just like that? What? Are you just like that? And they're like, oh! Can't do that. I don't know. I have lots of opinions about renting. Okay, I don't normally get political up here, but I'm going to get political. You ready for that? You ready for that? I think if you're renting, it's okay to pour grease in the sink. That is not your sink. Obviously, don't pour so much grease in the sink that you can't use the sink. That's inconvenient to you. But if you have a little bit of grease in your pan and you're on the 3rd floor apartment and you don't know what to do with it and like your trash can's full because you haven't bothered taking it down for a little bit, like, pour it in the sink. Who cares? We're all going to die. I looked through my lease, all 11 pages, didn't see the word grease once. Not like the landlord's going to take a flashlight and look in there. It's fine. It's good. Matter of fact, if I don't own the place, I'm going to do whatever I want in there. You know, I smoke weed in my apartment. My water is a flat rate that I pay every month with my rent, so I leave all the faucets on. It's like my own personal Zen garden. You don't get it. I have tinnitus. I need this. My gas is also a flat rate, so the next time I have a bad day, I'm closing all the windows and turning on the stove. Disposal, that's my landlord's issue. Fun fact, Sylvia Plath is a renter. Okay, not well read. That's fine. That's cool. I don't know. These are harsh opinions, but I feel like we're allowed to have opinions these days. Everybody has opinions these days. Have you noticed that people have lots of opinions about work? People, have you seen some of them, you know, like, ugh, quiet quitting. Or like, ugh, nobody wants to work anymore. There was even this one person I was reading in a thread on twitter.com, the home of opinions, who was making this really in-depth argument about how you should never use a sick day as a mental health day. Right? No mental health days. Because by taking a mental health day, you're inconveniencing your coworkers the entirety of that day. And I think that person really failed to consider the alternative, which is how inconvenient your coworkers would be if you came into the office with a gun and you stuck it in your mouth and you pulled the goddamn trigger. You know what that's called? Loud quitting. Thank you very much. I've been John Henry Watt. You can follow me on Instagram @WattJ. Give it up for Ellen. Give it up for Arcade Comedy.